Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Whether you're new here or you've practiced a few of my flows, I'm grateful that you're here and that you've created time for yourself. Let's all slowly bring ourselves into a position laying down, separating the feet as much as you'd like, relaxing the hands beside the body. Let's start by gently closing the eyes. And before you begin to listen to my guidance, before you start listening to my voice, I'd like you to listen to your own breath. Take 5 deep breaths in here and 5 deeper breaths out here. Simply listen to your breath. Relax the toes, soften the ankles, let go of the knees, let go of the hips, soften your belly, allow the chest to gently rise and fall to the silent rhythm of your breath. Relaxing the hands completely facing up. Let the shoulders ground down to the mat. Release the jaw. Soften the lips. And relax the space in between your eyebrows as we fully surrender into the first pose of the practice, shavasana. And let's start breathing together. Take a deep breath in through the nose, ballooning the stomach. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. 2 more times just like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, bring in all the air you can, expanding through the lungs. And release it out the mouth. Allowing the body to feel heavy. And let's set our intention for today's practice. Place your right hand on your stomach, left hand on your heart. The intention that I'd like you to set for today's practice is to notice. Throughout this practice, I'd like you to notice the little things that happen when you practice yoga. When you're holding a certain pose with the breath and you feel that tension in your thighs or the way your foot shakes to keep the balance. When things get hard during the practice, notice the breath, the way it supports you. Notice the expressions that you're fulfilling in this present moment. Remembering how in the past you used to wish that you could be able to do this. Notice the simple things that go on in life. Let's take a deep breath in to honor this intention and let it out. On your next inhale, reach the arms up above the head, feet together, pointing through the toes. Imagine that you're waking up in the morning, expanding through the top and bottom part of the body. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest, hug them towards you, swaying from side to side, allowing the head to roll with you. And finally, rolling onto any side into fetal position. Relaxing the head onto the mat or the arms. And just be heavy here. Keep the eyes closed. And breathe. Let's take a deep breath in here. And a deeper breath out here. Gently open the eyes. Grounding down one hand and then another. There's no rush in this practice, as you please slowly bring yourself into a seated position. Let's welcome some movement here, interlacing the fingers and placing the knuckles underneath your chin, elbows together. On an inhale, we're going to open the elbows up, gaze up, open the hands. Exhale to close the elbows down. Inhale to open up. Exhale to close. 2 more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one here. Inhale to expand up. Exhale to close it down. Now we're going to keep that bind, but this time place the palms of the hands on the back of the head. On your next inhale, open up the elbows to the sides, gaze up, a slight back bend to the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding through the spine as you close the elbows near each other. Inhale to rise, open yourself up like a book. Exhale to close it down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Last one, breathe in, open up through the chest, expand the heart. Exhale to close. Close the heart. Now we're going to bring the elbows into circles. So it's going to have that same intention of opening and closing the chest, but this time we're going to roll the head into circles to warm up the spine as we ground down through the hips and breathe here. Gently reverse it. One more breath here. Slowly bringing it back into the center, release the hands. And let's kick that left leg out to the side, keeping the right knee bent. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, we're going to bend towards the left. Now that left hand or elbow can come in front of the left leg. On an inhale, we're opening up through the right side of the body. On an exhale, we're going to close that right hand to hover over the floor. Inhale to open, gaze up. Exhale to close. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Now from here, we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the right. Ground down the right hand. Inhale the left arm up to take a modified wild thing. The hips fall forward as the chest expands open. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, gently place the hips down. Walk the hands all the way over to the left. And stay here, relaxing the chest towards the knee. Let the head fall heavy. And breathe. Relaxing that right hip as much as you can towards the mat. Now keeping the chin into the chest, slowly crawl yourself up. The head is the last thing to come up. And let's take it over to the other side, bending the left leg, extending the right leg long to the side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale right hand or elbow to the mat. Inhaling to open up through the left side. Exhale to close it down, that left hand hovers. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Let's slowly walk the hands all the way over to the left. Grounding down that left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up and behind you. Allowing the body to slowly expand. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, sit the hips down. Walk the hands over to the right. Head towards the right leg. Relax the head, relax the left hip. Keep the chin into the chest, slowly roll yourself up. And let's keep warming up the body. Let's bring ourselves into a tabletop pose. And welcoming a gentle wrist stretch here, let's bring the fingers facing towards the knees, palms facing down. And bring our torso into circles, gently warming up the wrists for the weight that they're about to receive. Notice how there are parts of the wrist that need more attention or need more stretching. Now let's keep the fingers facing towards the knees, this time palms facing up. Rocking back and forth. If this is too much for you, you can always bring more weight onto the knees. Take your time here. Now let's bring the fingers facing towards each other, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, we're bringing the torso down, elbows to the sides. Inhale to rise, bring the chest up. Exhale to slowly lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring it all the way up. And closing each and every finger to create a fist with the hand. Opening and closing the fingers. Now ever so slowly, bring the wrists back to a neutral position. Sit the hips back for a moment. Roll out the wrists, shake it out. From here, we're going to come into rabbit pose. So option to stay seated on the toes or relax them down. We're all going to interlace the fingers behind the hips, open up the chest, breathe in. Exhale, we're going to release the torso forward and the top of the head is going to arrive to the mat. We're allowing the hands to fall past the head forward. Remember, this is just the warm-up. We're not seeking pain. We're simply allowing the body to fall into the poses. Ever so gently, bring the bind closer to the bottom of the spine. Bring the chest off the mat. Release the bind. If you are on the toes, tabletop, kick out the feet. And let's kick that right leg out to the side, relaxing the foot down. Inhale to open up the chest, to gaze up. Exhale to round through the spine, chin to chest. Breathe in to expand. Exhale to return back to yourself. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently neutralize the spine. And we're going to ground down that right hand to inhale the left arm up, gaze up. On the exhale, left shoulder to the mat, thread the needle. Now that right hand can go above the head, maybe taking a bind behind the spine. Try and relax the hips as much as possible and breathe. Take one more deep breath in here. And exhale, grounding down the right hand. Re-reach that left hand up to the sky. Now from here, the gaze comes forward, and now the left hand follows. Engage the core. Gently bring that right leg off the mat and send it back, balancing tabletop. Gaze down, breathe in. Exhale, connect the elbow to the knee in the center. Inhale to bring it up. Exhale to connect. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reach. Exhale to connect. Inhale to reach it all the way up. Now we're staying here or bending the back leg as you reach back for the ankle. We're bringing the back knee up as we open up through that left side of the shoulder. Remember that you do not need to compare yourself to anyone, including me. If you feel the effects of the pose, if you are breathing through the pose, then you are practicing yoga, and that is more than enough. Exhale, gently release the bind, bring it back into tabletop pose, and take a round of dancing lion here. Move the body from side to side. This is your time to express, to release, and to be untamed in your movements. Breathe through it, and notice how you feel through these movements. One more breath here. Bring it back into tabletop. Kick the left leg out. 3 rounds of cat and cow here on this side. Inhale to open up the chest. Exhale to round the spine. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale to close. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Neutralize the spine. grounding down the left hand. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle right shoulder to the mat. Adjust the left hand. Keep the chest opened. And breathe. We're not here for long. So enjoy each breath in this pose. Inhale here. Exhale, ground down the left hand gently. Reach that right arm up to the sky, gaze up. Just like the other side, gaze in front of you. Right hand follows. Engage the core. Lift the left leg up, hold. Send it back, balancing tabletop, gaze down, breathe in. Breathe out to connect in the center. Inhale to expand. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, connect. Inhale, expand. Breathe out. And breathe in, holding here, or take your bind, grabbing for the ankle. Breathing through the tension, finding your balance, allow it to come to you. Our last inhale here. Exhale, release it into tabletop, round 2 of dancing lion. Close your eyes. Moving without expectations, moving without judgment. Allow yourself to feel without expectations. Allow yourself to feel without judgment. Gently slow the movements down. And let's take a wide-legged child's pose, separating the knees as much as you'd like, sitting the hips back towards the heels, relaxing the chest down, relaxing the forehead to the mat. And any time during the practice, you're more than welcome to take this pose and pause the video. Adjust my guidance to what works for you. And remember, the breath is always there for you. It's waiting for you to notice it and honor it. Take a deep breath in here through the nose. Let it go. Bring yourself into an active child's pose, grounding down the fingertips. The wrists, the elbows, and the chest are off the mat as you engage the core. Let's start slowly building that fire inside of us. Let's start building that Agni. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring yourself into tabletop pose, tucking in the toes. We're lifting the knees off the mat 4 to 5 inches, engaging the core. So imagine that you're pushing yourself away from the mat. Gaze in between the hands. 2 more breaths here all together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Our first down dog of the practice. Walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. Making sure you're grounding down through each and every fingertip to avoid any wrist pain. Let's lift the heels off the mat and bring them over to the right. They don't have to ground down. Inhale, bring them back into the center. Exhale, heels towards the left. Inhale back into the center. And let's take 3 breaths here in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath in. And release it. On your next inhale, reach that right leg to the sky, bending it and circling through the knee, taking it as slow or as fast as you'd like, warming up the right side of the hip. Reverse it. On your next inhale, bending at the knee, open up the hips. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right elbow. Inhale to kick it back up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. You've got this. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Step the right foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down, untucking the back toes. And on an inhale, bringing the torso and arms up into low lunge. Now from here, we're going to come into eagle arms. The left arm is going to come underneath the right arm. Now you can stay in eagle arms if this is too much for you or it's uncomfortable. You can either relax the hands onto the shoulders or even take a bind behind the spine. You decide. We'll be expressing eagle arms throughout the class, so take the variation that feels good to you. Now once you take your bind, let's slowly bring the hips back, straightening the front leg not all the way. Take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we're going to bend into that right knee and send the elbows and chest up, a slight back bend to the spine. Exhale, slowly straighten the front leg, front toes come up. Now the chest is falling forward, we're hovering here. Inhale to slowly bring the chest up, bend into that front knee, gaze up. Exhale, straighten the leg, torso hovers down. Inhale to rise and bend forward. Inhale to straighten and surrender down. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, bend. Inhale, straighten. And this time release the hands, coming into a half split. The front toes are facing up. Inhale, halfway lift, come on the fingertips. And exhale to fold forward, relaxing that right hip down as much as you can. Notice what parts of your body are calling to you that need more lengthening, that need more breath. Now you can stay here, or you can walk the hands over to the right outside of the mat. Now that right pinky toe can touch the mat, but it does not have to. We're not seeking perfection in our alignment here. That's not the point of yoga. The point of yoga is to allow our body to move freely. Let's walk the hands back into the center, bending into that right knee, tuck in the back toes, back knees off the mat, step the right foot back, high plank. The hands are strong and the feet are stable as you shift forward and back. Now let's shift forward all the way, shoulders past the wrist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're slowly lowering down, elbows near the body all the way down. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, baby cobra, just the shoulders and head off the mat. Exhale, release it down. Tuck in the back toes. Engage the core, elbows near the body. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, push yourself back into high plank. Hips up, downward facing dog. Walk it out one more time if you need to. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Inhale that left leg to the sky, bending at the knee and creating circles here, gently opening and closing the left side of the body. Keep that left knee bent and open up the hips gently. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine. Take a deep breath in here. Let it go. Step the left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down and tuck the back toes. Low lunge. Just like the other side. Eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Gently bring the hips back, straighten the front leg gently. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bending into that left knee. As the chest and head come up, back bend to the spine. Exhale, straighten the front leg slowly, toes come up, the chest falls forward, hover. Inhale to rise and bend forward. Exhale to straighten the front leg, lowering the torso down. Move with the breath, inhale, rise. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, straighten the front leg, release the arms, half splits. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it forward. Let the head be heavy. Honoring moments of stillness throughout this movement. You can stay here, walk the hands over to the left, stretching the outside part of the leg. Walk the hands back into the center, bending into the left knee, tuck in the back toes, back knees off the mat, step the left foot back, high plank. Now we're going to practice our first vinyasa here, so always option to come down on the knees. In high plank, take a deep breath in, shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway, elbows near the body, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, focus on the chest, keep it open, gaze up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, untuck the toes, and breathe. Let's walk to the front of the mat, feet meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale to fold forward to stay. Grab for the elbows, sway from side to side. Nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. Now let's gently release the hands. Gently bend the knees. And slowly roll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra. The head is the last thing to come up. Take your time. Once you arrived, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, relax them back. And let's keep flowing together, bringing it back into eagle arms, wrapping the right arm underneath the left, and bringing all the weight into the left leg, bringing the right knee up. Find your balance. And once you feel comfortable, on an exhale, bring yourself into warrior 3, kicking that right leg back. Now it doesn't matter how high that right leg is lifted, relaxing the right hip down, engaging the core. We're in Warrior 3. 2 more breaths here. On an exhale, gently lower that back heel down, connect it to the mat. Inhale, open up the chest, bending into that left knee. Exhale, surrendering the torso down into a binded, humble warrior. We're still bending into that left knee. And feel the support of your back foot just as much as your front foot. Breathe here. I know you can do this. Feel the strength of your feet, of your core, and of your legs. And on an inhale, bring yourself back up as the chest rises up. Release the hands. Warrior 1. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, let it out here. And open yourself up into Warrior 2, arms to the sides. 3 pumping warriors here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, arms come up. Exhale, bring it back into Warrior 2. Inhale, rise. Exhale, settle. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out, straightening the front leg, bringing the toes in, heels out. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the spine. Inhale to open up the chest, slight back bend to the spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips to release the torso down. Just like in the beginning of class, allow the hands to simply fall. We're not forcing ourselves here. Bring the bind closer to the bottom of the spine and release the hands down into wide-legged forward fold. And let's come into hammock pose, walking the hands away from the feet. We're relaxing the hips behind us as you relax the chest and heart down. Relax the head. Release the arms. And let's counteract the stretch. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. And this time walk them all the way behind the feet, relaxing the top of the head towards the mat. You can bend the knees as much as you need. And breathe. Notice the way the back of your legs feel. How the spine feels. Slowly walk the hands back into the center and let's take 3 deep breaths in here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And let it go. Let's walk the hands over to the front of the mat, bending into that left knee. Step the left foot back, high plank. Take a deep breath in here, shift forward. Exhale, lower down slowly. Notice and feel your strength. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hips are off the mat, thighs are engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Now let's practice hopping to the front of the mat. So bringing the heels off the mat, bending into the knees. Now the intention here is to feel light in the hips. So imagine that someone is pulling you through your hips forward. And exhale to jump forward. We're not seeking perfection, have fun with it. Once your feet meet the hands, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. And slowly rise into mountain pose. Notice the way the spine unrolls. Relax the shoulders back. And let's take a moment here in mountain pose. Gently close the eyes and feel the gentle sway of the body. Feel the silent support of your physical vessel. Notice the way your feet carry you all day. Notice how your heart keeps you alive. Let's take a deep breath in here through the nose, expanding through the chest. And exhale to sigh it out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Gently open the eyes. And let's do this. And now that left hand wraps underneath the right, bringing all the weight onto that right leg as you bring the left knee up. Find your balance and trust yourself as you send that left leg back into warrior 3. Relax that left hip down and breathe here. Feel the pose. One more deep breath in. Exhale, gently ground down that back foot to the back of your mat, bending into that front knee. Inhale, open up the chest, gaze up. Exhale, releasing the chest down into humble warrior on this side. Feel the strength and the endurance that you are building in this class. Know that that strength and that endurance stays with you throughout your day and throughout your life. Now imagine that there are roots growing down from the bottom of your feet supporting you. As you inhale, bring the torso up, release the hands, warrior 1. Adjust the feet, bending into that right knee, relax the shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, open it up into warrior 2. 3 pumping warriors on this side. Inhale to rise. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into warrior 2. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Straighten through the front leg, toes in, heels out, and swan diving down into wide-legged forward fold. And let's welcome a full body stretch here. Grounding down that left hand to inhale the right arm up to the sky. Now you can stay here, or you can walk that left hand all the way over to the right leg, keeping the chest opened. If a bind is in your practice, you can go ahead and add it. Breathe here. Gently connect both hands back onto the mat. Grounding down the right hand this time to inhale the left arm up. Staying or walking the right hand over to the left foot. Finding the expression and the pose that feels good to you as you breathe. Release both hands back to the center and walk the hands over to the right. Step the right foot back, high plank. All together, deep breath in, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, engaging through the core. Inhale, rise, chest is open and proud. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Jumping or stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. And slowly bringing yourself up into mountain pose. Now that we've warmed up the body and we feel more prepared, let's practice our balancing poses. Let's start with tree pose first. Grounding down the right foot to the mat, and that left foot can come on any part on the inner part of the right leg, just not on the knee. And find any expression on the hands that feel good to you, and breathe through this pose. Notice how when we set certain challenges to ourselves, our mind kind of goes blank, knowing that we have to focus on this present moment. Now, if you feel like you'd like to add on, or this pose feels quote-unquote too passive for you, I welcome you to close the eyes. Now be very careful, because you were taking away one of the senses, so you really have to trust your body. If you're closing the eyes, give yourself grace if you fall out of the pose. Honor the process of growth and breathe through this. Gently release the left leg down, shake out the right leg. And let's take tree pose over to the right side, bending the right knee, placing the sole of the foot anywhere except the knee. Engaging through the core, relax the shoulders, adjust the hands. Find your center. Option to close the eyes and just feel. Take one more deep breath in and let it go. Release the leg, shake out the leg. Now let's practice the pose that we've been preparing for this whole class, eagle pose. Start by inhaling the arms up, and the left arm wraps underneath the right. Bring all your weight into that left leg as you bring the right knee up slowly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently bend that left knee to cross the right leg over it. Imagine that you're gently sitting on a hovering chair as your hips fall down. Chest is open, engage the core. Make sure you're not rounding through the spine here. Now you can stay in this pose right here, or You can try a different variation of eagle pose, which is purposely rounding through the spine to bring the chest towards the knees down, holding here with the breath. Whatever you decide to explore, take your time and honor this present moment by enjoying it. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale. If you're rounding through the spine, gently bring the chest up, keep the bind. And inhale, bring the knee up, release the arms all the way up. Exhale, release everything down, shake out the left leg. We've got one more side to do. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, right arm wraps underneath the left, all the way onto that right leg as that left knee comes up. Bend the right leg, wrap the left knee over the right, and breathe. Option to round through the spine and allow the chest to come towards the thighs. We have 3 more breaths here. Inhale the arms and knee up. And exhale to release everything down. And let's slow it down from here, walking to the front of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step or jump back into high plank, taking your vinyasa, or simply finding me in downward facing dog. Inhaling that right leg to the sky, opening up through the hips, bending through the knee, feeling strong through the shoulders. We're holding here for 2 more breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right wrist, gently placing it onto the mat, coming into pigeon pose, relaxing the left leg back, untucking the back toes. And before we lay down, grounding down the hands beside us, inhale to open up the chest. Exhale to release it forward, coming onto the elbows, relaxing the chest down, softening the head, allowing yourself to be heavy here. Gently allowing that right hip to open, letting go of the stomach. And noticing what you're holding on to. Notice if you're holding on to the shoulders. Notice if you're holding on to the breath. And notice how you can regulate your own body and nervous system. Just breathe here. Now you can stay here for a few more rounds of breath, or you can add a stretch to that back leg. Slowly bringing yourself onto the hands, We're going to bend the back leg, reach back for the ankle with the right hand. The chest open and proud as you bring the heel towards the glute. One more deep breath in here. And exhale, let go of the foot. We'll all find ourselves onto the hands and relax both glutes down, keeping the right leg bent, left leg long. Inhale the arms up and exhale to take a side stretch over to the left to elongate through the right side of the body. Breathing through the right lung, allowing the right side of the rib cage to expand. Feel yourself grounding down from that right hip all the way to your right hand. Inhale to gently bring the torso up. And exhale to fold forward towards the middle. It's okay if there's a rounding through the spine. Just breathe here. Inhale here. Exhale here. Slowly crawl yourself back up and bringing it back into that right side pigeon pose, tucking in the back toes and lifting the hips off the mat back into downward facing dog. Now all together, high plank, deep breath in, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, rise with an open chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg to the sky, three-legged dog, bending at the knee, open up the hips, grounding down through your hands, feeling your strength. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, softly grounding it down to the mat. Adjusting the legs for pigeon pose. Inhale to open up the chest, gaze up. And exhale to surrender down. Yoga allows us to understand and to perceive the relationship we have with effort and surrendering. Right now is the moment to surrender. There's no need for effort. We have 3 more breaths here. Option to take those breaths in a bind, bringing yourself onto the hands, bending the right leg, and reaching back for the ankle, ever so gently pulling it towards you, not forcing, but inviting. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Release the leg. Ground down the glutes. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, twisting over to the left, allowing the chest to be opened. Breathing through the right side of our body. Inhale, bring it back into the center. Arms reach up. Exhale, let them fall down in front of you. Let the torso fall. Let the head be heavy. Let go of the tension in the feet, in the hands, and release. Ever so slowly, bringing the torso up and keeping that right leg bent. Let's bend that left knee, coming into a butterfly pose, bringing the soles of the feet together in front of the hips, removing the fleshy part of the bottom. Inhale the arms up, and exhale to fold it forward. If this is too much for you, you can always place a pillow underneath the knees, or I always invite people to push the soles of the feet a little farther out from the hips. I find that it brings me more space to lay down, but everyone's anatomy is different. Notice what is more welcoming to you. Keep the chin into the chest. And slowly walk the hands back towards the hips. The head is the last thing to come up. Separate the feet and bringing one knee into the center and then the other to release any tension we might have created in the hips. And let's bring it back into that left-sided pigeon pose. Tuck in the back toes, grounding down the hands to lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Now we have one more set of movements here to get our blood flowing. If you'd like to continue with this low heart rate, you're more than welcome to listen to your body. You can simply bring yourself into child's pose, or in downward facing dog, we're going to bring the elbows down to come into dolphin pose. You're welcome to keep the hands far apart or interlace the fingers into a tight fist. Now play around how far or how close you want the feet to be to your elbows. It's the same intention as downward facing dog, where we have the hips to the sky, and you're welcome to bend the knees a little bit as well. Now you can stay holding here for a few rounds of breath, or take a deep breath in through the nose in dolphin. And exhale, we're going to lower the hips down into low plank. Inhale to bring the hips back into dolphin. Exhale, lower it down, just like that. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, lower. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, lower it down and slowly release everything down onto the mat. With these simple movements, we created tension and constriction in the muscles in our shoulders. So just as we activate a part of our body, it's important to also take the time to bring the passive energy into it. So let's welcome a gentle shoulder stretch. Extending the right arm out to the side, right ear to the mat, bending the left knee, and on an exhale, we're going to send it over to the right behind you, bringing all the weight onto that right shoulder. You can keep the left leg bent or you can extend it long. I know this can be a very uncomfortable feeling, but try and relax the hips as much as possible. Relax the shoulders. And we just have a few breaths here. One more inhale here. And exhale here. Ever so slowly grounding down both hips back onto the mat. Bringing the right arm near the body. Left ear to the mat, extending the left arm to the side. Bending the right leg and sending it over to the other side. Making the adjustments to your hands, to your legs. Relax the chest and just breathe. Notice what parts of the body you're constricting in and try and let it go. Inhale here and let it go here. Bring that right hip back onto the mat. And we're going to bring ourselves into a puppy pose. So bring yourself into tabletop pose. Option to bring the elbows down first. And we're surrendering the hips back behind us as we surrender the heart towards the floor. Now this is more than enough, or extend the arms long. Allow the chest to touch the ground. Chin or forehead to the mat. Devoting your hips to the sky. Devoting your heart to your mat. Breathe with a devotion to yourself. Gently peel your chest up. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck in the toes, bring the hips up. Downward facing dog. And let the feet meet the hands, slowly walking towards the front of the mat. And gently rolling yourself up into mountain pose. Inhaling the arms up. And exhale, we're going to sink the hips down into chair pose. We're not holding here. This is just a transition pose. So continues to sink the hips all the way down until they ground down and your feet come off the mat. We're in boat pose. We're holding here with the breath for 5 more breaths. Understanding that even when we place ourselves in uncomfortable positions, or the world puts us in a moment of tension, the breath is there for us and it makes us stable and powerful. One more deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out as you slowly release everything down. Bring the knees into the chest, sway from side to side. Let's keep that right knee hugging into the chest, extending the left leg long onto the mat. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bring that right knee all the way over to the left. Arms to the sides. Gaze to the right. I welcome you to close your eyes. Soften your belly. Soften the jaw. And just breathe here. Unwind here. Two more breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Deep breath in. Deeper breath out. Bring the head back into the center. And bring the right knee back into the center as well. Now instead of extending that right leg long, let's bring that right knee all the way to the right to open up through the hip. You can keep the knee bent or extend it long straight. Place your left hand on your left hip to ground it down. And breathe here as we take our time to open each side of the body. Now keep the right leg where it is for a moment. Simply bend that left knee and place the sole of the foot down. Now from here, gently close that right knee and send the leg straight towards the sky. And interlace the fingers anywhere behind the leg. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, pull the leg towards you. Gently stretching all throughout the back side of the leg. You're welcome to keep that left leg bent or straighten it long. Now from here, gently bending the right leg, we're going to grab the outside of the foot with the right hand, coming into a half happy baby. So the knee is coming close to the side of the rib cage. And breathe here. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Gently release the right leg, extending it long. And bringing the left knee into the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bringing the knee all the way over to the right. Arms to the sides, gaze to the left. Close your eyes and notice where your body is calling to you. Notice where you need to pay more attention to. Notice where you need to love more. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Ever so gently grounding down that left hip to the mat and allow the knee to fall all the way over to the left. Keeping the knee bent or extending it long, right hand to right hip. Relax the shoulders, relax the head, and breathe. Now just like the other side, bending the right knee, placing the sole of the foot down, closing the left leg and extending it long towards the sky, grabbing for the back of the leg, deep breath in, exhale to pull it towards you. Option to straighten that right leg long. Know that this is a safe form of struggle where we know we are nearing shavasana. Now just like the other side, grabbing for the outside of that left foot, bending the knee to come into half happy baby. Opening up through that left side of the hip, allowing ourselves to take our time to release. Now keeping that left knee bent, let's welcome a full happy baby, bending the right knee, grabbing for the soles of the feet or the knees, swaying from side to side, straightening one leg and then the other. There is a beauty in being completely open within yourself. Once you see how beautiful your form is when it's open, you realize how important it is to protect it, to savor it, and to honor it. Release the feet, straighten the legs onto the mat. Find our final form here, shavasana, separating the feet, allowing the hands to fall next to the body, closing your eyes, letting go of the stomach, letting go of the facial muscles. Let go of the hips. Release the knees. Allowing ourselves to be completely still, knowing there's a whole entire ecosystem within us, keeping us alive. Your heart is pumping. Your lungs are expanding and falling. Your blood is rushing. Your mind is processing. Your skin is protecting. Notice how the body is our silent healer. For 3 minutes, I'd like you to simply lay here and breathe. Keep your eyes closed and stay still as you listen to my guidance. Bring your thumb to the center of your palm. Then your pointer finger follows, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky. And keeping your entire body still, closing the hands into a fist extremely tightly, Squeeze as tight as you can. Feel the contrast of intensity in your hands to the serenity in your body. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Release, open the hands. On your next inhale, reach the arms above your head. No need for intense effort. On an exhale, bring the knees into the chest and hug yourself. Kiss your knees, kiss your shoulders, and bring yourself into fetal position on any side. This is the first yoga pose that any of us takes, where being simple and small is celebrated. Keep your eyes closed and slowly bring yourself into a seated position for our last few breaths here together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. Deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, reach the arms up above the head. The palms of the hands unite into prayer as you slowly bring it down towards your chest. I want you to thank yourselves and remember to notice the beautiful, simple things that pass by us in everyday life. Notice the simple, beautiful things within yourself. We have the rest of our lives to notice and love. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale to bow down to one another and most importantly to ourselves. And to the millions of yoga teachers and souls that have dedicated their lives to this practice. And because of them, we are here today, enjoying and loving this practice. Thank you to those ancestors. I hope that you take this feeling with you into your everyday life. Namaste. Thank you for being with me here today. And thank you for your patience. I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.